Olympic star Ryan Lochte has disclosed that he recently entered a rehabilitation center and acknowledged that he had a history of substance usage. The swimmer, who competed in 4 Olympics and won 6 gold medals for the United States, previously checked himself into an alcohol addiction treatment center in 2018. In recent months, Lochte's contentious divorce from wife Kayla Ray Reid has brought him back into the public eye. He claims to have been sober for 54 days. He has now talked about his time in a rehabilitation center, stating that he is so happy that he checked himself into the Gainesville, Florida-based UF Health Florida Recovery Center. "I wanted to share some great developments in my life and what's going on," the 41-year-old stated on Instagram. "The main reason I'm glad right now is because I've been sober for 54 days. Lochte claimed to have fallen into a really dark place following a near-fatal vehicle accident in Gainesville in 2023. On his way to pick up his 3 kids, Caden, 8, Liv, 6, and Georgia, 2, from school, he ran into a garbage truck. In addition to his injuries, which required months to heal, Lochte said that he had depression, loneliness, and feeling like I was giving up following the incident, which led me down a road of substance abuse. Given everything in my life, I needed to make a change, a drastic change," he continued. "I'm driven, I'm thinking clearly, and I'm making progress." Only a few months have passed since Lochte's 12-time Olympic medalist ex-wife Kayla declared she was divorcing him. After 7 years of marriage, Reid declared in June that she had filed for divorce from Lochte in March. Lochte claimed to be deeply grateful for the life we've built together, while the former Playboy playmate called the divorce painful and mentioned trials we didn't choose or see coming. Neither disclosed the specific cause of their marriage's irretrievable breakup. Lochte had an incredible swimming career, winning 12 Olympic medals, including 6 golds. He was nicknamed an Olympic sex symbol, surrounded by endorsement agreements, and was Michael Phelps' friend and adversary. However, a spectacular story about a gas station in Rio de Janeiro, where Lochte was competing at the 2016 Olympics, destroyed his career. He and 3 teammates reported being robbed at gunpoint by robbers wearing police badges as they were returning from a party to the athletes' village. As soon as Brazilian police learned the facts, they charged Lochte and accused him of fabricating the entire incident. Security had really confronted the sportsman after they were accused of damaging the restroom at the petrol station, according to surveillance footage. Lochte's mother's assertion that her son had been robbed was the beginning of one of the most strange scandals in Olympic history. Instead of correcting the record, Lochte went on to describe an extraordinary experience. "At the time," he told NBC, "we were pulled over in the taxi and these guys came out with a badge, a police badge, no lights, nothing, just a police badge, and they pulled us over. They drew their weapons, ordered the other swimmers to dive to the bottom, and they did just that. I said, we didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not getting down on the ground, and I declined. The man then drew his revolver, cocked it, and placed it to my forehead before saying, 'Get down.' I raised my hands and said, 'Whatever.' He stole our money, my wallet, my cell phone, and my login passwords. They drew their weapons, ordered the other swimmers to dive to the bottom, and they did just that. I said, we didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not getting down on the ground, and I declined. The man then drew his revolver, cocked it, and placed it to my forehead before saying, 'Get down.' I raised my hands and said, 'Whatever.' He stole our money, my wallet, my cell phone, and my login passwords." His story, however, had soon come to an end. Police questioned Jack Conger and Gunnar Bentz, 2 additional Team USA swimmers, after they were taken off a plane. After being detained for a short time, Jimmy Figan, another teammate, consented to donate $11,000 to a charitable organization. By the time the story went viral and the truth came to light, Lochte had already left Brazil. He acknowledged that he was intoxicated and apologized. He declared, "I made a mistake and I definitely learned from this. They put on an amazing games, and my immature and drunken behavior somewhat marred that." The swimmer was dubbed the dumbest bell that ever rang, and the ugly American. Everything the world hates about Americans is how they described him, and only by his fellow citizens. Joining the pile-on was the mayor of Rio. "It's unfortunate that they have such personality defects and are such weak characters," Eduardo Paes remarked. Protesters rushed the stage when Lochte made an appearance on Dancing with the Stars a few weeks later. He lost sponsors and was suspended for 10 months by U.S. Swimming. In addition, he lost out on $100,000 in Olympic bonuses.